What's up, YouTube, and welcome to the channel, Service and Citations. I created this channel as a way to tell Grandpa's war stories, basically. So I'm the first person to join the military in my family since the Korean conflict back in the 50s. And that was my mom's dad was going over there. And then my dad's dad was in the European campaign in World War II. And then my mom's grandfather was also in the European campaign during World War II as well. Both of them went to Germany. And all of them passed away before I reached an age where I really was interested in those things, let alone join the service. And all of them, my dad's dad passed away, I want to say before I was born, back in like 86. And my great-grandfather, my mom's grandpa, he passed away, I want to say the early 2000s, and his son, my mom's dad, passed away in 99. And I was in like elementary school at the time. So I never really got to have any sort of, cool conversations with them about their service or anything like that, because I would have been way too young. My dad's dad had a lot of battle fatigue when he came back from World War II, like many other people, and unfortunately became a pretty big alcoholic and very abusive. And a lot of people in my family, I don't think, understood what any of that was, or kind of like the why. And there's no excuse for that, but obviously, his battlefield experiences, I'm sure, fueled all of that. And the same with my great-grandfather. Growing up, I was told that he was also he was an alcoholic for quite some time as well, and was basically a mean old man. When I met him, he was very sweet and compassionate to me. At that point, I want to say he was in his early 90s the first time I met him going to Ohio, and he was still very much a hard old man, even at that point. But I always, after I joined the service, and particularly when I got my orders to go to Afghanistan, I always found myself wanting that conversation with them. And because there's nobody else in my family that served, it was almost like an itch that I couldn't scratch, and it bothered me. So what I wanted to do with this channel was basically create those opportunities. So I recently joined a veterans coffee group that I go to once a week. And it's a fantastic group of guys, and they're older guys. The majority of them are Vietnam era, and there's a couple Korean vets in there. And so the direction that I wanted to take this channel was basically to interview these guys as if they were my grandpa, And there's so many amazing stories that just haven't been told. And, I want to capture those stories as vividly as I can. So bear with me on this journey as I learn interviewing techniques and how to, I want to make sure that every story that I capture is as accurately and respectfully represented as possible. And obviously now, I have the one video that I'm going to upload after this. It's my first interview, and I've already learned so much about how the direction that I want to take the channel and the interview to make sure that I'm as respectful as possible to these stories. The primary function is going to be, everybody hears about these amazing, incredible, Medal of Honor stories, and they are truly heroic. Those people are heroes. But there's so many other stories, I think, that don't get as much recognition as they should. Not to take, it's obviously not a competition, and when you get these, these citations and these awards and these medals for these amazing acts, in my opinion, one doesn't outdo the other. Everybody's experiences vary. Everybody's, deployment or tour is going to be different, even if you're at the same location at the same time. If it's somebody else in your battalion or your division or your regiment, their experience is not going to be your experience. At least that's what I got out of my tour. So that's the purpose of this channel, is basically if there's anybody else out there like me, or just people who are interested in hearing these stories, that's really where I want to take it. Is I want to tell these stories because these guys, especially the Vietnam era guys, went through so much, and I think that there's so many untold stories of just pure heroism and gallantry and valor that they should be documented and placed on the internet forever, so that everybody can see these exceptional human beings and the sacrifice that was the sacrifice, whether it be your life, your body or your mind, that it's documented, and that it will live forever on the internet, basically. So that's the purpose of this channel. I really hope that you enjoy, that you listen to the stories, and cherish it like I will, because again, I just never got that opportunity with my family, unfortunately, and that is what it is. It's no knock on anybody. Everybody has their own path in life, and does their own thing, and that's fine. But it was that itch that I just couldn't scratch, and I'm sure there's other people out there like me that are in a similar situation. It's like, hey, there's really nobody in my family that I can talk to about these experiences and what it's like, and I just wish I had that, and it is what it is. So I hope you enjoy the channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and turn on your notifications so that you're always notified whenever I'm posting a new video. Thank you so much, and enjoy.